Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Online Tribunal's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about breaks and retests. For those who have not liked, shared, commented on this on our post, please kindly do so. That is if you like our content. Anyway, without wasting much of your time, let's dig deep. So breaks and retests, yes, they are popular and they've been talked about so many times. I just hope how I'm going to explain this concept today is maybe going to shed light on one or two people. I'll be very happy if that happens. So here we go. So this setup, I want you to look into trade this setup. As soon as I get this confirmation, I'm taking this trade. Anyway, here we go. Look at how price was respecting this momentum trend line. Price was clearly in an upside on the 1 hour time frame, right? Price was in an upside. Then this impulse happened and it broke this trend line, and price came for the retest. So what happens with me when I'm waiting for the retest? I just mark out zones where I'm expecting price to reverse. It can happen or it can be violated. That is the market. It happens all the times. So what I do in this instance, when I see or when I saw this impulse, the first zone that I was watching is this one. But look at how price violated it. It just came with strong bullish candles and the zone was broken. So for those who have put sell limits there, trust me, you're gone. That's why I'm not really a big fan of of sell limits, buy limits. But for some it works. I'm not even here to trash talk it. It works, but for me, I'd rather wait for confirmation. So look at this zone, it was violated. So I deleted it when it happened. And then my next zone of interest was this one. And look what happened. And the moment I start seeing wicks in that zone, my eyes light up. They literally light up. I really don't have big eyes, but they do light up. So 1, 2 weeks, and then there was a candle to the downside, indicating that sellers could be on this zone. But then why I'm using could be, it's very fortunate that price went to the downside, because price can have all these weeks, then you see a bearish engulfing, you jump in, and then price just goes to the upside and you're gone. So gladly happy that there were sellers there. And then price uh, made these 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5 candles to the downside. So, but I missed an entry here. I missed an entry. I did not enter here, right? But then what we can do now is go to the lower time frames. Do you see something similar to what we saw in the 1 hour? Momentum is to the upside, the same way it was happening on the 1 hour time frame. Price broke this trend line, went down, and it's now coming back for the retest. So what do? We just mark key levels on the 15-hour chart also. I should have used a different color, but sorry guys. What's done is already done. But I can delete this. This is where the other entry was, which I missed. Then here is another zone where price could potentially reverse. It's not a given, guys. So when I saw this weak rejection, and I was happy, but then I haven't seen anything yet to tell me or show me at least that there are sellers in this zone. So if this zone is violated, then I'm definitely looking for a sell up here. If it's violated again, then I'll look for confirmation up here. But then up here it will be more of a double top on the 1 hour time frame where we find this setup. Because remember, you see price broke this momentum, came back for the retest, and then if it comes back up, technically that would be a double top, and I'll still be looking for sales up here. But then if this zone is also violated, then the setup becomes invalid. So you see what happens. Price breaks the momentum trend line, it breaks the support zone. Two things have been broken by this impulse to the downside. Price came for the retest, and then now we're just waiting for an entry. And on the 15-minute time frame, it's showing us that momentum shift, that we've been in an uptrend on the 15-minute time frame, but then support or structure has been broken and it's coming back for the retest. If this zone is respected, weeks bearish momentum to the downside, then we'll enter. In terms of targets, we have to go back to the 1 hour. It just depends with where. But then my first take profit zone is definitely back to structure. Guys, it's also very, very important that your risk to reward ratio is good. By good, I mean anything that is, some say 1-to-1 is good because if you get it right, it's still money in your account. But for me, for you to be sustainable in this game, your risk to reward ratio honestly has to be over 1:1. Why? Because if you win 50% of your trades and lose 50% of your trades, you haven't made money. But then if your risk to reward ratio is above 1, at least 1:2, for me 1:3 is really key, is gold. 1:3 and upwards, it's fantastic. So that if you win 50% of your trades and lose 50% of your trades, you'll still be profitable. The same with even with 40% win rate. As long as your risk to reward ratio is really good, then you will make money in the long run. Nonetheless, I'd want to take my first TP would be back into this structure zone, but then you can run your fibs. Okay, then select. You can run your fibs. So if price breaks one, so obviously here will be your first TP. Your second TP would be somewhere around 1:30.22, depending if the setup is validated. Nonetheless, this is what I mean break and retest. It's either break of a momentum trend line, break of a support or resistance, and upon the retest, you just look for your confirmations and then you enter. That's just about it, guys. I hope I get the confirmation and you also take the trade if you're monitoring this space. Nonetheless, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share this page, and we see how it goes. Hopefully you also have a very productive and peaceful week. Bye, guys. Cheers.